Hi, now I'm going to show you how to create a route on Qlumi between 2 points and to find your interests along that route. And in order to do that, you need to have a location that is tagged. And tagged is the equivalent of, say, bookmarking a location. So this location, Rainbow Walk, is tagged. In the upper right corner, it no longer has a plus sign. It has an X mark because if I hit the X, it will untag it. But if it was a plus mark, let's show you one that has a plus mark. In the upper right corner here, you'll see that big circle with the big plus mark in white. If I hit that, it would tag it. I'm not going to tag it right now. I'm just going to leave one item tagged. Here's our tagged item right here. If I go into list view at the bottom right corner, those 3 horizontal lines, if I click on that, it'll just show me that one tagged location that's been bookmarked. Now, if I want to create a route, you need to have at least 2 tagged locations, and it will create a route between those tagged locations. So if you hit that arrow symbol in the lower left corner right now, and only one location is tagged, you're going to get this message saying add more than one location for directions. And you can use your current location to do that, to be that location where you start from, or you can choose any location on the map. So for instance, let's say I was going from Nazareth College and not my current location. I can choose that location to be my start point by holding onto the map, poking with a long poke on the map. And then I get this choice. One is, it says show my current location. We don't want that. Up here it says plant me here. That's what I want to do. And now I have 2 tagged locations. You'll see here it says tagged and then a 2 next to it in this area where we have these bars on top here. So here are the 2 tag locations. And now if I hit the lower right arrow on the screen, it creates a route. And if I look at that route and get close to it, I have the search this area box show up. And if I hit that search this area box, my interests that are selected at it's Burmese restaurants right now, and restaurants, cafe, these are all selected right now. If I hit search this area, it's going to show me restaurants along the route. And according to my pathway and how far away from my path, so I'm showing restaurants several miles away from my path because that is what I've set up. But here you'll see along my route there are a couple locations that are showing up, and then I can choose, oh, I want to go stop here because that is along my path, the cafe that I'm going to stop at. Now let's say I want to use my current location instead of a location I select on the map. In order to do that, here we're starting again with Rainbow Walk selected. And now I need to remember, if I hit this arrow in the lower left corner, it's going to tell me I need to add another location in order to create a route. So I'm going to choose my current location to do that. So I'm going to find myself. There I am, this little blue dot. I poke it and it's saying current location, and I can tag it. So here I'm tagging it. And now that I've tagged it, I can hit that arrow in the lower left corner, and it's going to create my route. And once it does that, again, I can then search for my interests along the route. Let's say I want different interests. Let's say I want to see, instead of Burmese restaurants and instead of restaurants, let's say I want to see parks along the way. And now it's showing a lot of parks because of the distance that I'm allowing from me and my route to the parks. But here I can see, okay, Corbett's Glen is right along my route, and this might be a place that I want to stop. And I could always tag that, as I just did. I've just clicked on that button, and now that has been added as another tagged item. And I can see that, you'll see also that it's added the tagged item to my routes, my potential routes. And it's now showing up in the lower left box, that list view, as Corbett's Glen. And that is essentially how you create a route and how you find your interest along a route. Again, it's really simple. If you leave the map and come back to it, you're starting from scratch again in terms of creating the navigation by hitting that lower left arrow. And that's what creates the route. You need at least 2 tagged locations to create a route. But it's easy enough to tag them and then hit that button and you see a route that forms. And we hope that you will enjoy being able to find your interest along a route with this method.